Hi everyone, Sandy here. Welcome to my channel. Today is week number 6 of the 13 Frights Before Halloween, September the 5th. Today I'm going to show you how to make this really cute little Bendi card that you see standing up here on my table. I'm not showing you how to make the little stuffy character there. That's just a little toy thing I picked up at Target. But I'm going to show you how to make the envelope that you see there that he's sitting on. This is 6 by 6 and it will go in a 6 by 6 envelope if you just flatten it down. I'm excited that we're here on week number 6 of the 13 Frights Before Halloween. We're almost halfway there to Halloween, so be sure to check out hashtag Sandy's 13 Frights Before Halloween 2022 and all the great projects that you'll see on the channels today. Stay tuned. To create the Halloween Bendi card, pop-up Bendi card, I'm going to be using one sheet of cardstock from Country Craft Creations. This is the Autumn Leaves. It feels like a heavier weight cardstock. I'm not sure what the weight is, but you want a good heavy cardstock for this card. And then I'm using the papers, pattern papers from Spooky, as well as the stickers. Because of the elements, I'm going to make pop-up elements out of that for this card. So set this aside for now. We're going to cut our cardstock and get that ready. So let me peel this label off. And I also got the Spooky Collection by Echo Park from Country Craft Creations. So you could check for that. That's another one of my new paper collections that I've purchased this year. Though I said I was going to use my stash. When you see new stuff for Halloween, I end up buying it. So let me grab a trimmer here. And we're going to cut, I have this one listed first, but I'm going to cut my others. I'm going to cut a 1.5 inch first cut. And then I'm going to turn and cut that down into 7 inches. So that's the piece there that I need for that. Okay, and this, so just save this piece. And then I need a 1 3/4. I should have cut that the other way. I should have cut this one first and then the other one second. This is 4.5. So I could have got that out of one strip. Well, next time I know. Now then I need a 6 by 6. So I'm going to cut this. Cut this down to 6 right here. Save this piece because I probably can get another card out of that. 6 by 6 right here. Okay, that's our pieces we need for the Bendi card. Now this card that we're going to make will fit in a 6 by 6 envelope. So it's a little larger card than what you normally would be probably making to send in the mail. But this is going to be a fun one. So let's get the scoreboard. And we're going to score the 6 by 6 piece just on one side. It's a 6-inch square at 3 inches. So a good score. Then we're going to take the 7 by 1.5 and we're going to score on the 7-inch side at a 1/2 inch and 6.5. That gives us a 1/2 inch score on each end. And then our 4.5 by 1 3/4, we're going to score the 4.5 side at a 1/2 inch, 2.5, and at 4. And that's our scoring, so we can put the scoreboard away. And now we're ready to put the card together. So we can move this out of the way and get ready to make the card. Good thing I looked at my notes. This piece here, I missed a score. So on your 4.5 by 1 3/4 piece, on your 4.5 inch side, you're going to score at a 1/2 inch and 2 inch, 1/2 inch. Let me see what I've got here. I'm turning it around. Yeah, 1/2 inch, 2 inches is the one that I missed. Score at 2 inches 2.5, and at 4. Okay, so let me repeat that. On your 4.5-inch side, score at a 1/2 inch, 2 inch, 2.5, and 4. Missed that 2-inch score, so that's real important to get that. And we're going to fold and burnish the score lines. So this is the base with a good scoring. This is our front bendy piece. So you fold back your score lines towards the same direction. So you have a 1/2 inch on each end, just like that. And then these, you go ahead and score the 1/2 inch end ones towards each other. Can't even talk today. And then the others go up like that. And then back. I'm just bending them so that they bend good, because they're going to kind of pop up like that. So I'm going to burnish them the same direction as the 1/2 inch. I can't even talk right. Okay, so now they're like that. Okay, so take your base, and we're going to take this one. When we flatten this out, this fits flat, right like that, from side to side. So I'm going to take my glue, and I'm going to put glue on the 1/2 inch on the back sides, and then with the fold up like this, like a V, so you press it down. You're going to put this right here on each side and line it up on the bottom. Okay, that's just like that. And let that dry good and burn it. Whoops, and let it burnish. So mine slipped a little bit. Make sure you keep it lined up straight here on the bottom, right here. Okay, so let that dry. I'm going to pick out my papers. I'm going to cut out my papers for the 2 sides here, and probably here on this base. Okay, I've cut my pattern papers. I have 2 for the back, 2 for the front of the card, and these are cut at 2 7/8 by 5 7/8 on all 4 of those, and then this one is cut at 5 7/8 wide by 1 3/8 tall. I'm going to ink them with the black soot, to ink the white core edges real quick. So go ahead and ink yours. So I picked this black one with the trees. You can see the trees back there and the moon and the stars for the front side, because I'm going to make a little scene with some of the sticker elements on this collection. So go ahead and ink this one too. And the bats will go on the back just to decorate that up. This piece here doesn't need any pattern paper, or shouldn't need anything, because it's going to have pop-up elements or images from the collection on there. Little pop-up characters, I guess you would say. Okay, so we got this inked. Now then, take your base, and I'm going to go ahead and put these in first. So these will go underneath this piece here and onto the back of the card. So I'm going to use my glue. Make sure it goes underneath and over that 1/2 inch tab in there. And line this up. Okay, and burnish it in. Go ahead and put the other side on. and burnish. Okay. Now then this one goes right here, like this. And this is kind of a greenish color with little spiders on it. Burnish that. And then we're going to turn it over and add these papers on the back to decorate this up. And as I said, this card will fit in a 6x6 envelope, so you can, make one if you have an envelope punch board. And if I have time with this video, if it's not too long, I may show you how to make one to match your card, because it stays flat when you put it in your envelope like that. So now we have our pattern papers on the card base, and we're ready to work on some of our elements to get ready to add them in. Okay, so I'm going to pause and go ahead and get those ready. So when you take your card out and you fold it like this, this is the bendy part. This is your part that's going to stand up. This is the bendy part of the card. Okay, and so I'm going to, with the stickers, I'm going to use Happy Halloween, and I'm going to put that right here in the center for a sentiment of this card, on this card, like that. And then I'm going to take like some jack-o'-lanterns, and I'm going to put them on each side. There's one, and then this one, this guy here. Okay, just like that. Happy Halloween. Kind of got it off to the side, but that's okay. Just kind of makes it look like a banner. So that's what I'm going to use for the sentiment on this. Okay, so for things that I want to put in the pop-up or the bendy part, I'm going to put on scraps of the cardstock, like the skeleton here. And then I'm going to fussy cut around him. And you can leave a bit of a margin if you want of cardstock. That's up to you. I'm going to see what it looks like with the cardstock. And then maybe if I decide to trim more away, I will. But I'm just going to, like what they call loosely fussy cut around the image. And I'm going to do this on several of them, of these little stickers, because I want them to be able to pop up in the card on that element that we haven't added yet. So I'm going to, off camera, just cut out several of these little guys, and then I'll come back and we'll start putting it all together. So I've added some of my sticker elements to cardstock and fussy cut around, loosely fussy cut around these to build up this scene in here in this bendy card. Now we have this element here that we're going to put in, but I'm thinking I need another one. So I grabbed some more cardstock, and I'm going to cut this one, let's see, a little longer than this one. So I need, I get finished, maybe I want it to be, yeah, I want it to be 4.5. So you add 1/2 inch on each end, so we're going to cut it 5.5 by, let's make it smaller, like half this size. Let's do an inch. I'm going to cut me off an inch off of this cardstock. And I'm going to turn and cut that down to 5 inches. Whoops. 5 inches. Okay. And we need to store it really quick. Should be using my all-in-one. Had it tucked away underneath. I was doing the bigger project, so I had this one out instead. So I'm going to score it at a 1/2 inch, 4.5. Then I need to get a 1/2 inch in the center. So what do you think about that? So plan the space in here is 4 at. I hate doing math. It's terrible. This is the 1/2 mark, and I need it in the center that are at 1 3/4 and 2 1/4. Let's try that. What did I say? 1 3/4 and 2 1/4. That's not right. Okay, we'll do it again. So 1 3/4. So the score mark's going to be at 2 1/4. What a goof. And 2 3/4. So we're going to disregard that one. So 2 1/4 and 2 3/4. That will put that in the center. I'm going to rub this other one out. I don't want to recut it. I think it's going to be fine. Now I'm not covering these with pattern paper because most of these little elements, hopefully, will cover all that up. So let's play with this some. So we're going to fold these score lines, fold these back. That in this back and this back. Okay. So now, when we glue this in, the center of your piece has to be over the fold of the Bendi card, okay? And then you decide how far down to put that behind there. So I'm going to take some glue, kind of winging it here. I haven't decided exactly where everybody's going to go, but I'm going to go ahead and get this started here. So lift this up, bring it in, and center that 1/2 inch space over this center part here and get these off straight. Okay. Now I'm going to burnish that in there. Oh, let's do that. Keep it straight. There we go. Wipe off any glue. Made a mess right there, but luckily it's underneath. Burnish that. Okay, so we got that. And then this one, same thing. You're just going to put glue on this 1/2 inch, and she's going to fit down inside of this one a ways. Let's see how far in do we want this to go. It's all going to depend on your little element. Okay. Put my glue on the 1/2 inch. Now this is the first time I've ever made a Bendi card. I think I'm going to like it. They've been around a while. It's not anything new, of course. So I'm going to line this up in the center here. Okay, hold it and burnish it down. So you see that pops up, and then when we bend this out, hold this out, it's going to give us areas, these little elements to sit on. Okay, I'm going to let that dry for just a second. Okay, so let's start building up a scene. So I know I want the house right there in that center part. So I'm just going to put glue on that 1/2 inch. little house in. Okay, and hold it down, burnish it down so it stays. And I had one little tree. How pretty it is. On the trunk of the tree. Blue, so it's going to kind of go behind to the side of the house. Let me get me a wipe so I can get some of this glue up. Okay, so now we're going to build this up with some trick-or-treater. It's cute like that. I want that to dry good though. Here we have the coffin. Put glue on the bottom of him. Put him to the side here on this middle section. There. Then we want witch girl right there. And her feet. And then kind of the middle here. Put her to the side here, kind of covering up some of this base section in here. So, some glue. Let all that dry good. Okay, that's a little ghost. Now, I think some of them I thought would look cute attached to the front here, right above the Halloween. Overlapping just a little bit to hide some of the things in the background. That skeleton is really cute. All of these little characters are adorable in this collection. Put something in there. I think probably maybe some pumpkins. Let me grab some more cardstock. Go down in there. So Frankenstein. Let's put some glue on his feet. No, I think the glue for him needs to be in that center. There. So letting it dry. Now I am going to be putting some things, some stickers and things like, I've got this little ghost sticker here. So in the background up in the sky. Up there, flying around. And then we have a witch. We have another little ghost. I like this one too. Down the house. Cute. The witch. Definitely want the witch. I can see me probably having to order another sticker sheet. This collection, if they're still available at Country Craft Creations, because it's so cute. It's going to be cute in other projects. So I have this moon here, and I'm going to put it over here like that, Missy, like that. And then we have the cat. We want a cat. Gotta have a cat. And I'm going to probably put the cat on some cardstock here to cut around that. Do a square of it. Use some little scissors to just kind of leave a slight border instead of trying to, cut it out exactly. This is called loosely fussy cutting, loose fussy cutting, if you want to call it that. Be about the same as if you had a die for this. There's some here. Okay, here we go. We got that. Oh, don't have my mummy here. My mummy. Okay, talking to myself. So I'm gonna put the cat. A little more. Now that fits on his little feet here. Covers that up too much. May not have a place for my mummy. Okay, so I'm gonna let that dry a minute. Now I'm gonna turn this over here on the back. I'm gonna put a couple of things on the back here. I like these little houses with these stickers. Gonna press that up a little bit on the back. Two little houses here. Little ghosts and jack-o'-lanterns in the windows. Bats there. Okay. Except for my mummy. When I open this up, we'll see if we have any room for anything. So when that bends, comes like that. So I think the mummy fit right in there. And there's little feet. Blue. I want to see right there on the side of that one element in there. Okay, but let that dry just a bit, and then we'll see how it looks. Okay, so my little Bendi Halloween card is finished. You see when it's flattened down, it will go in an envelope, 6 by 6, and we're going to make one just a second. So when you bend it to stand it up, you can see all the little elements popping out. So I'm going to put him at the back. There we go, like that. It looks better. The little tree, the little house. It is really cute. So it's a fun thing to have. Now on the back here, you could add a piece of white to write your message on if you wanted to. I'm going to leave mine like this for now. So let's make a card. So I have not a card, an envelope. So I have my punch board. I haven't used it in a while. So let's see if we can do this right. I looked on the chart here. Card size is a 6 by 6. 6 by 6 card. So we need a 9.5 by 9.5 paper, so I chose this one. And then we're going to do our scoring. Score line is 4 3/4. Scoring tool. 4 3/4. So we put this in, line this up at 4 3/4 right there, and then push this in and follow the score line. 4 3/4. Now I think we punch, right? And we turn, and now we put this mark on the score line. So you only do that 4 3/4 actually to start, but it does land there in the same place. So I'm going to go ahead and get my score line, punch, turn, line it up. Especially need to use this if you're using a size that is other than the square. Okay, punch, one more score line, line it up. You can punch before you score. I always want to punch and then score. Okay, so we have it scored with a square. Now, if you want the rounded tips on this, it's in on this side, square it up and punch. So that now it's rounded. If you don't have an envelope punch board, it is something you might want if you'd like to make cards in your own envelopes. I will check and see if it's on Country Craft Creations. I know if they have carried it. I don't know if it's still in the store or not. It's by We Are Memory Keepers. So check that and see. Now then you just fold up. Now, you need to decide which one you want on the inside and which one on the outside. So I'm looking to see the jack-o'-lantern. I think they're really, really cute. That's the ones I'm going to go with. So we fold this up and burnish. Fold lines. And we're going to put this together. I'm just going to put a little glue on this corner here. Hold it together on the inside. You don't want a whole lot. You don't want to seal your envelope down. And then here, I'm going to put glue, line of glue here. And the tip. Seal that up. Right there. Okay. So now she's filled up. And now so that you can have it ready for when you want to mail it. Take your score tape and leave the backing on until you're ready to seal it for mailing, but line your pop flap with score tape. That way you have something to seal it with. Especially if you're going to give this card to someone for them to use, then it's all ready for the next person to use it to send in the mail. So there's that. Let's see. Let's see if we work this magic or not. Supposed to go in a 6x6, yes? Yes, it does. Cute. Seal that down. Now, of course, to mail this, you would have to put a rectangle or labels or something on that. But I love that. It's so stinking cute. Okay, guys, that's this week's 13 Frights Before Halloween. This is week number 6. I am out of town today on vacation. I did this ahead of time for you so that you could see it on the Monday of the 13 Frights Before Halloween on Monday, September the 5th. So I won't be around today to answer comments, I don't think, because I'm down at the coast at Matagorda on a fishing trip. Not that I fish that much, but my husband does. We took the camper down there and staying there for about 5 days. So having a little vacation, end of summer vacation, and then when I get back, I'll be doing some more Halloween for 13 Frights. So Make sure you check out everybody's channels that are listed down below. Also, in Facebook or Instagram, here on YouTube, type in the hashtag Sandy's13, that's the number, Frights Before Halloween 2022. I'll put it across the screen. Type that in and you'll see all the entries so far. Other people, if you make something and you do a YouTube video or you share it on Facebook, on your Facebook group or something, or on Pinterest, on Instagram, did I say Instagram before? I don't know. Use the hashtag so that when we type it in, we can see what you've made. So thanks so very much, everybody. Have a great day. Bye-bye.